You've started. Oh, you've started. The journal, the morning routine, the new habit that was absolutely going to be different this time. And then it just stopped. No dramatic moment, no big failure. You just stopped. You started thinking, well, that's just who I am. But I'm not convinced. And before you say, but you don't know me, listen in and see, because this is the Better You Show. Welcome. I'm Coach Doris, and with me are the Better You coaches. We've got Counselor Shelley in the room and Coach Joyce. Welcome, coaches. We wanted to have this chat because many of our clients sat exactly where you're sitting. Coaches, are we ready to get into this?
You
Absolutely.
Well, I know that you've sat across from her, or you are her. The woman who isn't lazy. It's not that she's undisciplined, but she keeps abandoning the things that she starts. Tell me about that client and what's really going on beneath the surface that she couldn't see herself.
From my experience, I think there's always that new squirrel that pops up, right? That new idea, that new something that I should be doing. And I can't do everything, but I feel like I can do everything, if that makes sense, right? So I try something, or we try something, and it gets boring, or it's not something I really want to do, or I can't get motivated to do it, and I just stop doing it. What I've learned and what I've been teaching, happiness is one of those things where you have to consciously do some choosing, right? And choose to be happy. And what I'm finding is I've got to decide what is really important. Is it important that I'm happy? And yes, it is. Okay, so that needs to be number one. Is it important that I finish my course that I'm putting together for everybody? Yes, it is. But in the same time, take my time and take one piece, one small piece at a time, right? Take one small piece of happiness at a time. If that means that you're choosing happiness first and a smile is where you want to start, then start there and do that for a month or even a week or a day, whatever it is you need to do. Be consistent with it and then come back and change something else. And it's not easy because there's many times where my mind is like, stop, Joyce. You need to finish this first before you go to something else. And I'm sure you both can relate to what I'm saying on this one. And it's finally starting to work. It's exhausting to do it, but it's finally starting to work and very rewarding to finish something.
Yeah, and I totally agree with everything that you've said, Joyce. There's a couple of other ways to look at this. Like you talked about the new idea, right? Well, sometimes we start things because we think we should. And it seems to be working for everyone else. It's one of those things like journaling. Okay, if I could get up at 5, I could journal, and then I could maybe take a couple kilometer walk and have some exercise even before breakfast. And you have all these ideas because it's working for all these other people. You see it on Facebook and you see it on Instagram. Hey, I have the perfect trick for you, and it's going to change your life. Guess what? It doesn't change your life. Maybe it wasn't your goal. It sounded like something nice, but it wasn't your goal. There's two other things that sometimes get in the way as well. Sometimes you're running on empty and you just don't have it.
Yeah.
So you think because you're having a good day, you can add this extra thing to your plate. I can do this. I can, and I will. And so for 3 days, you muscle yourself out of bed at 5 o'clock and you write in that journal. And on the third day, you get up and you stare at the journal and you go, not happening. Having my coffee, not writing, not doing it. And I'm sorry, but this happened to me this year because I used to journal like mad for years and years and years. And it's something when I do it, I really enjoy it. But I just didn't have any room for it when I started again. I didn't have the mental space for it. And so you can't run on an empty cup. I needed something different. And that is also about the happiness piece, isn't it? It's about choosing to meet yourself where you are and to accept where you are. And then there's the last one, the one that maybe is the hard one. Sometimes people are afraid to do something. What happens if they try and they succeed? What does that mean? What if you finish that project and it's not good enough? What might that feel about? So there's some other stuff going on underneath. And what if I try and I fail? So let's just not try at all. And those are really painful places to be. And once again, to just have some grace and some self-compassion, right? There's, sometimes it's not the right thing. Sometimes there's other things going on underneath. What's going on underneath that's getting in the way? Why can't you follow through? Is it not the right thing? Is it not the right goal? Are you running on empty? And yeah, what are you afraid of? What's underneath that's holding you back?
In a lot of things that we discuss, oftentimes it's an invitation to dig into, okay, why? Why for you is it not working out, right? Why for you do you keep starting new things? And there are a ton of reasons. I mean, we've discussed them and, making a choice and fear. There's all kinds of things out there. I mean, one of the things that I work on with my clients is cyclical living. So does this work in a cycle? What's your cycle? Why is it so easy to start and finish something at certain times, but other times you just keep spinning your wheels, right? Is there something going on in that? Is it more of a safety thing? Like, is it something deeper in your past that, like, Shelley, you deal with this a lot more than we do with being a counselor. What is it that's in the background that's happening that might instigate some of these trepidations? Invitation to dig into it. And each person will be different. But the thing is, if this is truly important, like Joyce was saying, if this is a choice that you have decided it is important for you, then this is an opportunity to dig a little bit deeper, and whatever that might look like.
And to stay so deeply curious about what's happening underneath. Where did this come from,
Yeah.
What's behind the decision to not follow through or kind of leaving it behind? What's happening there?
We look at what other people are doing, and one of the things that's coming into my head is like all the millionaires out there, they get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, I don't. I'm a night owl. I'll stay up till 5 o'clock in the morning. I've just come to the conclusion that, it's great for them. And I can still be a millionaire even as a night owl. It doesn't affect what I get done or how I get done. I can still do my exercise when I wake up, whatever time that is. I can still do my meditation when I get up, whatever time that is, but I work later. That's really what it comes down to, right? And it's okay because that's what works for me. I don't have to be like everybody else. And that's what we have to look at, what works for us. If we don't have room for journaling, like you said, Shelley, then we don't have room for journaling right now. I'm not a writer necessarily, but I love to do videos. So I might journal as a video instead of writing, right? So it's what works for you is the key. And you don't need to be like anybody else. Be you, whatever works for you.
Yeah. And I think I heard someone say that be you and don't try to be anyone else because those are all taken. Just be
Yes,
you.
Yeah, I love that
exactly.
And
quote as well.
yeah, and have some joy in discovering what that means. And because we continue to change and evolve and choose different pathways along the way and make different choices, it can be a lot of discovery, which
Absolutely.
is actually very exciting.
Yeah, it's absolutely exciting. And that's what I've been doing the last 5 years. So I understand that. And, if that's what you're doing, it's so amazing. I wish I would have done this like years ago,
Yeah.
because this is probably the most present and happiest I've been, inside, anyways.
I don't know about you guys, but that's what I hear from so many of my clients and people around me who've examined themselves and taken the time to do the self discovery and realize, okay, what do I really want? How do I make this work for me? And learn a little bit about myself. I don't know anyone that hasn't said, man, I really wish I started a lot earlier. I wish I had already done this. But it's like that other saying where the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The next best time is today, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Another little piece to this that I want to throw in here is I think judgment comes into play a lot. We often put what we think is we're being judged by from others or how we're judging ourselves. And I want you to know that if that is who you are, that you like to start new things, there's nothing wrong with that until there is for you. And
Yeah.
that's when it's an invitation to learn more about yourself and why that's happening. What's
I've heard so many clients tell me, this isn't what I want. And I'm doing it because I don't want them to be disappointed. But we go right back to something I heard you say, Doris, about when your kids are growing up. What do you want most for them? You want them to be happy. And that is the reality. The people that truly are our people, they want us to be happy. And when we have the things that we are actually seeking, the people that love us will be happy for us, even if it's just the joy of the journey and we never actually get there. I think I've come to this place where I'm okay with that too. I'm just on the way. I'm always on the way.
I think we're always on a journey. Life is about a journey, right? I don't think we ever
Yeah.
stop. We're always going to adjust and change
Yeah.
and move forward. Life is too short. We need to continue on with a journey and move forward in that journey. That's what it's all about. And we should never stop in that journey, whatever that is for you.
Yeah.
one more piece that I wanted to touch on in this is that in my reading, I've found that starting things tends to be a symptom of ADHD. Not the only symptom, and not if you're the person who starts a lot of things and never finishes means that you have ADHD. However, if you have ADHD, this is a high likelihood that you do. So I also consider that if you have ADHD and you require medication, that might help this. And it's okay for you to choose medication or not choose medication. You need to do what's best for you in your situation, right? So really look through this and get in touch with your health practitioner and discuss all of these pieces because you really need to find what is the exact thing that works for you. We always come back to this, right? It's the individuality. Each person needs a different.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was huge. I do have ADHD. I am medicated, and that medication and that diagnosis at 57 years old with ADHD has been huge for me. And it just reminds me that my brain works different and that that's okay. And that I can use the strategies and give myself the dopamine hit as I need it. I have definitely started a ton of things and not finished them. And it's been brought to my attention all through my life regularly that I do that. Now I can focus on certain things and get them finished, work through those things to get where I want to do it. And it's happening. I'm taking those steps. I'm getting more done now than I ever have and finishing things. So I'm excited about that. You're going to see that coming out shortly.
I'm so looking forward to what you're working on right now, Coach Joyce, and we'll definitely talk about that in a future episode. All of the things that we talked about here are hard, but the fact that you're still trying, that's not a flaw. That's the whole point. So another place that you can come chat with us for free is come have coffee with me every Thursday on YouTube and on Facebook at 4:30 Pacific Daylight, and Eastern Daylight is 7:30. Just bring yourself. We can chat about this episode, or we can chat about whatever it is that's sitting on your heart right now, just to let each other know that somebody's out there and somebody's listening. Thank you so much, coaches, for today's discussion, and thank you for hanging out with us today.
Just remember to meet yourself where you are.
And if you want something, go for it. If you don't, don't.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. You do what you want to do.
Absolutely.
What motivates and what excites you. That's what's important.
Always remember that you matter, so please take care. Oh, hey, thanks for watching. Since you watched this video, we thought you might really like this video. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe right there for more great videos. Plus, tap that notification bell so that you don't miss any videos at all. Comment your thoughts below and see you next time.